If you want to gain weight before 2025 ends and walk into 2026 feeling stronger and fuller, then this video is for you. Hey there, my name is Neetu and I'm your weight gain coach. And today I'm not repeating the same internet advice. I'm actually going to give you 4 real reasons why people fail to gain and exactly how we'll fix each one of those. If you have also believed in the following myths such as you need 3000 calories to gain, only protein matters, and no gym means no muscle. Well then, stay with me for the next 10 minutes and let me show you exactly how you can create a plan for yourself that you can stick to for the next 8 to 12 weeks and really transform before the end of 2025. I've trained over 2800 underweight women professionally, and the biggest wins didn't come from hacks. It came from right structure, right mindset, steady surplus, and simple strength training. Let's break each one down so you can apply today. Number 1, you need a structure. Not necessarily you need to join my program, however, any clear plan that you can follow without confusion. Jumping from one plan to another plan, or one diet to another diet, or one workout to another workout is only going to keep your weight stuck at the same place. What your body needs is to be treated a certain way consistently before it changes. So what should you do? Well, number 1, choose one plan for food, one plan for workouts, and then go ahead and commit to it for 6 to 8 weeks before judging results. Once you have a plan, go ahead and set fixed anchors in your day. What I mean by that is have a fixed time for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, workouts, and so on. Of course, you can adjust and improvise the timings depending how your days and weeks are looking. However, the pattern matters. If you can't invest in a program that can give you structure, then go ahead, check out my old YouTube videos and create a plan for yourself, and then stick to it. Random workouts and random eating is a guarantee for random results, and let's not make that mistake. Point number 2, surplus eating, but simplified. Most people really overcomplicate this area. Number 1, it's not just about all protein. Though we hear we need more protein, and I think that's the reason why we have complicated ourselves so much that we are just chasing protein and we have forgotten everything else regarding the surplus calories. Now, yes, you want to be in a surplus, and majorly around 50% of those surplus calories are coming from your carb sources, which is your number 1 macronutrient, of your food plan. So it's not just about all protein. You need to dedicate good amount of calories to the one macro, which is what's fueling your body as well. And then the remaining calories can be distributed between protein and fat. You can spread out your calories and protein throughout the day with realistic grams quantities so that you're able to easily consume everything without causing any discomfort to your body. Next thing, where people overcomplicate this is because they've watched a YouTube video or an Instagram video and they've seen somebody eating 3000 calories or 4000 calories and they think they also need that many calories. That's one of the biggest mistake one can make. You don't need to blindly copy somebody else. You need to calculate calories which are required by your body given your body stats, your physical activities. So it's important that you calculate your own maintenance calories and place yourself in a surplus, which can be as simple as just a 300 to 400 calorie surplus. You do not need a big 1000 or 1500 calorie surplus, because that will only make your life difficult, will give you discomfort, and will give you tons of fat gain, which will always go in the wrong areas. One other area where people overcomplicate things is that they think they need to achieve their full surplus calories from day 1 or week 1. It's not possible for you to give so much extra food to your body which your body is not familiar with all of a sudden. It will cause bloating, constipation, all the kinds of digestion issues. You need to make sure that you're taking it slow and steady when it comes down to increasing your quantities, increasing your calories, allowing at least a minimum of 4 to 5 weeks time to gradually and steadily reach up your total caloric demands. Once you're comfortably there, that's when the goal is to stay consistent, show up for yourself, commit, and stick to the plan. You need to be gentle in this approach so that your body can enjoy the process and not feel punished. Let me give you an example. If a person's maintenance calories are 1500 calories, they can simply add another 300 calories above that and be in a 1800 calories surplus. And within these calorie range, you can set a protein goal for yourself that, okay, I want to achieve 60 grams of protein. Now, keeping a realistic and a sustainable approach, what you can do is you can decide that my breakfast will be 300 calories, my lunch and dinner will be around approximate 500 calories, my one big evening snack can be around 300 calories, and let's say the remaining calories can come from an evening snack, which should be around 200 calories. And you can further break it down that, okay, my breakfast can have about 10 grams of protein, lunch and dinner can have about 15 grams of protein each, my bigger evening snack as well as the smaller smaller evening snack can also have around 10 grams protein each. So this way you have a gentle breakdown. Your plates are not looking huge. You have a gentle breakdown that this is what I want to achieve on every single plate. And having those smaller portions of protein are also ensuring that it's nicely spread out throughout the day, and it's not feeling like a task to eat enough protein, right? I think we don't need a lot of protein. We do just need enough that can support muscle gain. But since, especially if I talk about an Indian diet, we don't have a lot of protein consumption on a daily basis, it then feels like a task for us to complete so much protein, which is not a lot, because 10 grams, 50 grams per plate is not a lot of protein. But because we are not in the habit of eating that much per plate, it then feels like a task. So it's not about protein, it's about calories. Yes, protein matters, and if you take it with the right approach, if you spread it out or break it down with the right approach, it's very easy to manage that and complete that on a daily basis. Now let me lay out the food strategies that work. Number one, start with foods that you're already eating. Just add some simple snacks to it. Just add some protein sources to your plates. If your plates are missing on a little bit of protein, that's it. Little tweaks and upgrades here and there to hit your calories. Number two, use tracking apps just to see whether you're hitting your calorie ranges on a daily basis or not. Number three, but also the most important one, don't go for variety before you work on your appetite. Whilst you're working on your appetite, whilst you're working on improving your appetite, the idea here is to stick to familiar food items which are easy for you to cook, which are easy for you to avail in your household. Once you're fully there with your appetite, with your calories, with your quantities, that's when you can start introducing variety. Do not overwhelm yourself from day one by having so many different recipes, which then become so difficult to manage and handle, which eventually lead us to completely give up on the entire process. The third reason why people fail to gain is strength training. See, if you want to feel strong, if you want to have curves, if you want to have a good physique going on, you must gain weight by building muscle, which means you must strength train. Now, that also doesn't mean that you have to be in a gym to be able to gain that muscle. You don't need no fancy machines. You don't need to have access to a gym to gain muscle. You can easily do that from home, at home, just by investing in a range of dumbbells. The key idea here is not gym or home. The key idea here is progressive overload. If you're training at home, you must invest in a range of dumbbells so that you can start with, let's say, 1 or 2 kgs simply to learn the forms and techniques, and then gradually progress from there by making a shift from 1 kgs to 2 kgs, 2 to 3, and so on. So progressive overloading is the key, because that's what's required for you to keep on gaining more and more muscle. Gym or home does not make a difference, given that you do invest in a range of dumbbells for home. You can't just only invest in a 2 kg dumbbell and expect for your body to keep on gaining more and more muscle. Of course, you will have to stimulate your muscle by really increasing the tension that you're putting on your muscle over time. Another mistake that people do, why? Because we're living in digital world. We see so many different exercises and variations every now and then on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, that we are confused. We are hopping from one workout to another in the hope that something will do the magic, but it doesn't work like that. As I mentioned in my first point, that you do need to have a structure. You just need to have one plan. Jumping from one workout to another is not going to help your body gain muscle. What you need is a structured plan. Have a set of exercises that you can follow at least for a minimum of 4 weeks time. This way you're giving your body a chance to first learn and familiarize with those movements, and then sticking to the same movements, you can progress with number of reps, number of sets, number of kgs you are lifting, and gradually increasing your strength and muscle gains. And because of that, you'll be able to measure your progression, and you will actually be able to feel strength changes, muscle gains, and so on. For example, if you're choosing a 4-day-a-week workout plan, which is low body, upper body, low body, upper body, then what you can do is you can set out the exercises that you want to opt for the low body sessions as well as for the upper body sessions. Then write down where you exactly starting in week 1. How many reps are you doing? How many sets are you doing? And how many kgs dumbbells are you lifting? And from there, you can track how much are you able to increase dumbbells wise, or whether you were able to increase the number of repetitions or number of sets. So this way, you'll be able to measure your progression. And when you can see that you started off as body weight, but now you're lifting a 4 kg dumbbell at the end of 4th or 5th week, that gives you that assurance that yes, muscle gain is happening, because that is where the new strength for you to be able to lift heavier is coming from. And of course, those results will also start showing on your body. Fourth reason why people fail to gain, and my favorite, that is mindset. See, the body is only doing the actions, but the brain runs the show. And if the mental setup is off, then you will keep tripping on the same roadblocks, which is rushing, second guessing, complicating, and finally quitting. So how can we reframe that mindset? Well, stop asking, how long will it take me to gain 10 kgs? Instead, start asking, what can I do today to start moving towards 10 kg? Judge your plan, judge yourself after 6 to 8 weeks, and not after just 6 to 8 days. Don't stress over the weekly scale numbers. Instead, focus on your performance. Think of ways how you can improve your performance. Instead, start enjoying the wins that the scale can't track, such as strength going up, meaning you're able to lift heavier. Appetite is improving, which means better energy levels. Confidence is roaring, energy and mood is on top level, clothes are fitting better. Let me tell you a secret. The clients who enjoyed the process got to eat the foods that they liked, trained consistently, slept better, and also gained faster than the ones who were micromanaging the scale. So what did we learn? When the mindset is right, the body follows. If you've tried everything but you're still struggling to gain weight, then you can definitely join my personalized weight gain coaching program. With my coaching program, I've helped over 2,800 women gain 4 to 20 kgs of healthy weight while building strength, curves, and confidence. Here's what you get in my coaching: customized meal plans, structured workout plans, WhatsApp support, recipes, mindset guides, and more. It's a paid coaching program and a one-time investment that gives you results, tools, and habits that you will use for life. Now, spots are limited because I keep my coaching personal. So, WhatsApp me gain on this number if you're serious about gaining. And on that note, I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.